come with me as I do a pattern review on my self-drafted pattern that I call the Banana Tote Bag. Hi, my name is Teria with Piece and Make. Let's get to the details. So first I'm going to show a final picture of the bag. And also here's the bag as well. I named it the Banana Tote Bag because it has this banana shape, or this like semicircle shape, and then tote bag because it is so huge, y'all. It's such a big bag and I can put so many things in it, and I'll go over those details a little bit later. So I wanted to make this bag because I first saw a inspiration. I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw inspiration from this fashion influencer. She had a quilted bag on. That she was wearing. It was blue as well. And the thought crossed my mind, oh my gosh, I have this quilted, pre-quilted fabric, because you all know that I love quilting myself, but I did not in this case. But she was wearing this pre-quilted bag, and it was so cute, and it was large. It was longer than wide. Mine is pretty wide. But I was like, oh my gosh, I want to make this bag. Another thing I want to say about this bag is that, well, with the fabric, is that I actually have a pattern that initially I wanted to make this into a vest, and I had the pattern and everything, and then this idea for this bag popped up and just changed that plan from the vest. The other reason I made this bag is because I've had that fabric since like 2017, and this year I really want to use up more of the materials in my notions stash and also in my fabric stash. Instead of waiting for like the perfect project or the project that I had planned for it, if I get an idea, if I get inspired, I want to just make it now. So that's what I'm going to do. So the next thing I want to talk about is what type of bag is this. Clearly I named it tote bag, but it's a mix between a tote bag and a duffel bag. And the other thing I like is that this strap is like super long, so I can actually wear it as a crossbody bag, because I really like crossbody bags compared to having stuff on one shoulder. I don't know about you, but it starts to get painful when it's just everything is on one side. So this is evenly distributing the weight across my entire body instead of just on one arm. I mean, like, if I get tired, I mean, if I want to, I can put it on one arm, but I just know that I'm not going to do that, because I can also put it behind me and walk comfortably. I can hold it like this. Like, there's just different ways that I can get the weight off of one arm. Places that I want to wear this bag: going out of town, going to a coffee shop, going to the library, going to the gym. Like if I'm out and about and I want to bring my gym clothes to change into, I'm going to use this bag for that. So there's a lot of uses for it, and it's machine washable, so that's very, very handy. I plan on putting gym clothes in it, magazines, knit projects, hand sewing projects. I can fit my laptop in here. My tablet can go in here. I could just fit so many things in here for like just easy access, things that I can just pull out and have while I'm at the place that I'm at. And a lot of times I'll wear book bags, and so this will give me another option for like something cute to wear, because this looks cuter than my book bag. Yeah. I really enjoyed making this bag. My favorite, I have found that some of my favorite projects are projects where I don't actually have a pattern and I go off the top of my head for making whatever object it is. With this tote bag, I did that. I have a gathered skirt that I did a long time ago. Um, what else did I use that? My quilted blankets, all of those just came from the top of my head. I really like self-drafted patterns because I don't have to think about it. And there's a lot of changes that I made to this bag from like my initial idea for it. And I'll go through that in a little bit. But I like the fact that I can just change it and I don't feel like, oh gosh, I'm veering from the pattern instructions, or if I change this, will it like mess up my final project at the end? Like in this case, no, it does not. Actually, most of the time when I self draft, it does not. What I think in my head, I might have to go a roundabout to get to the final product, but a lot of times it looks like what was in my mind to finish it off. So yeah, do you all do self-drafted patterns, or do you just do like a freehand sewing project every once in a while? If you do, tell me about it below, because I'm just like, am I the only one that does that? The length of time that it took me to make this bag is 5 sessions, 5 sewing sessions. So what I'll say is that most projects that I do not calculate the hours. So in my mind I say 5 days, but I wasn't sewing for like 10 hours at a time. My sewing sessions can be anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour to 2 hours. In this case, they probably averaged around 30 minutes to an hour per session. And that's the amount of time that it took me to sew this bag. I did have one hiccup that I ran into. I ran out of the green binding that's on the bag. Sorry, it's like right there. I ran out of the green binding that's on the bag, and so I went to Joann Fabrics to pick up some more binding, and then got home. My next sewing session, I realized that I meant to pick up double-sided bias tape, but I picked up single-sided bias tape. So I had to go back to Joann's to get the rest of the binding. That was kind of crazy. I was looking on like Amazon and everything to try to find some binding, but the cost just didn't. I was going to end up paying like double than me just driving there and getting it from the store, so I did that. But yeah, it took me that many sewing sessions to get finished, which actually is not that long. So I'm very satisfied with the amount of time that it took me to make the bag. I did have some design changes to the bag. The first one being is that I did not plan for this bag to be this huge. It was probably going to initially be maybe like about this big. You probably can't tell how big that is from the view of the camera, but like half the size that it is right now. But I'm really satisfied with the size of the bag, and that I can use it for a tote and duffel bag. So the size is one thing. The other thing is that this binding right here is exposed. So initially I was going to have the binding on the inside like you normally see in a bag, but this green color, y'all, like, it is so cute that it needs to be on the outside. Also, when I go into the store to look at clothes, I keep seeing clothes in the store with an exposed seam. And I was like, oh man, so I can break the rules of like exposing the seam. So I chose to do that with this bag. The other thing is having this exposed zipper up here. This color right here, I also wanted to highlight that. My initial plan for this zipper is that I was going to tuck it in like so. I was going to tuck it in there and then sew it across the top so that you could only see the zipper when you're looking like inside the bag a little bit to unzip it. But I'm very glad that I kept it exposed. And oh yeah, this strap is definitely a design change. Initially I was just going to use this trim as a strap, but two things. I wanted to use up more fabric from this fabric that I'm trying to get rid of, this blue fabric right here. The other thing is I wanted more comfort on the strap. So to do that, the strap needs to be thicker. Also, I wanted to have this pop of green right here. I wanted to have that pop of color to just mirror the design of the bottom of the bag. And if I had just put the green on this trim, it would cover up most of the trim, and that wouldn't have been as cute. So the next thing I thought about is, will I make this bag again? Sometime in the future I would make the bag again. I don't exactly know when, but what I do know is that I want to use that same color scheme, that green, brown, and blue, to make a laptop bag, and I want to make a pouch. So to kind of do like a little collection, and that way I think it'll also help me to use up the rest of the fabric that I have. Yeah, it was a very nice project to do. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Happy New Year. I'm so glad that you watched this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you made it to the end, kudos to you. If you'd like to see more from this channel, Piece and Make, please subscribe. Please press the like button so that more people can see this. I also have a website, pieceandmake.com, that I made at the end of the year, which is so exciting. And also I have an Instagram with the same handle, Piece and Make, so you can come visit me over there. On my Instagram, you'll see kind of like what I'm doing throughout the week sewing wise, and then when I get to YouTube, it's like everything put all together. So yeah, there's some fun stuff over there. Go on ahead and check it out. Have some pictures over there, which is easier to put pictures over there than through the video as well. So yeah, I will chat with you all later. Bye.